Hey everybody, it's Tammy, and I am here to inspire you once again with this book series. I was inspired to share books from my library that are inspiring, are good reads, are have helped me or have helped other people. Some of them I've not necessarily read yet, however, I have them. And today I'm bringing you the introduction to A Little Light on Spiritual Law. This book was written by Diana Cooper, and interestingly enough, I held a 10-week book study that just completed a couple of weeks ago on the spiritual laws here. And our group starts back up in May, the 8th on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. If you are interested in joining this group, please just comment below and I will get in touch with you. I decided to read the introduction for you and just give you a little light on spiritual law. Life on Earth is a team game. It is vital to learn the rules so that you can participate and make your contribution. A game of soccer would become a free-for-all if everyone did their own thing. So players are taught the rules before they go out in the field. In the same way, we are taught the spiritual laws before we are born. When you understand and follow the spiritual laws, you can create heaven on earth. That's our goal, right? But life on earth has turned into a free-for-all because people have forgotten the spiritual laws or choose to disregard them. This book offers reminders and an understanding of the spiritual laws. For thousands of years, humans have played the game like rabble of children. Relationships have been based on need and desire for control. Success is measured by material gain and possessions. Predominant emotions have been anger, hurt, and fear because people have been focused on the physical and sexual sensations. When people take themselves too seriously, they are critical and judgmental of themselves and others. Many feel tense and out of control. Often people feel they have to justify their existence or prove their superiority so that life becomes a power struggle and disharmony prevails. That is the old paradigm for life on earth. To me, this is the energy that we're clearing right now. It is time for change. Divine discontent is entering people's hearts. We're here. We need to be more here to balance. Okay, it's not that one is better than the other. It's about balancing. When you've got a disorder in one, it brings imbalance to the other. So we're not going to fix this. We're going to move into this. The mass consciousness on earth is changing so that people are no longer satisfied with need and greed. Supply and demand is what is moving us into this situation. Want a better way of living? We want a better way of living, pardon me. To achieve this, we are asked to learn the rules, to work together and clean up our game. We are preparing for promotion to a higher league. Collectively, we are in the process of moving to a higher dimension. So that means old habits and unresolved issues are surfacing so that they can be examined and released to make way for the new. We were never meant to hold the emotions that were created from the experiences. They were supposed to pass through us. So everybody that's responding with these trauma responses, or they are acting out of fear or rejecting because it is moving in them something that they're not willing to look at. It's too wounded. Social structures are beginning to collapse, rightfully so. State and federal governments, monarchies, corruption. I keep saying corruption. It's corporation and corruption. Oh, yes. Banks and all dinosaur institutions are moving towards change or extinction. Some wars are similar to boils. Anger has festered into hostility and is coming to the surface to be cleared out. And as far as medical conditions go, and I mentioned this with the Louise Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life, is that eventually what we hold inside of us will come out of our bodies and manifest in a physical form. It's a form of communication, and nobody's listening. They're turning to others that are just going to give them something to fix that, versus trusting that it is moving out of you at that present moment and you can just sit and be with it, love it, and let it be released. Many now, through hard work, cooperation, and discipline, have reached the top league. They are playing in the cup final with their eyes of the world on them and providing inspiration for all. When you reach this level, do not worry about those still disregarding the rules. So when you start noticing the truth, don't worry about the people that are disregarding the rules, or disregarding or deciding they don't want to see it. Okay? Just goes to say, be an example of how the game can be played. So being of the world is way different than being in it. When we follow the spiritual laws, we are able to reach enlightenment. We experience a feeling of oneness and live in love, compassion, and trust. And I'm just going to add, this doesn't mean that you're not going to have human moments. The cliche term is we're not humans having a human, we're not humans having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. But we have to understand that in order for us to have the spiritual experience, we have to be human. And in order to be spiritual or human, you have to also understand that there's a spiritual side of you that is really the highest part of you that knows the truth. We experience a feeling of oneness and live in love, compassion, and trust. We become masters, following our own guidance and not allowing ourselves to be deflected by anyone else, which is the truth. Just follow your own guidance system. Follow your bliss. Don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about what others say about you. It's reflecting themselves. It's not about you. And it never was about you, especially when you were hurt by others. We're one. There are no others. Our greatest joy is to serve humanity and the universe. This is heaven on earth. Life becomes joyous, peaceful, and harmonious. We cooperate with and empower others. We let go of our ego desires and live for the divine. Earth is a plane of free will. We can choose whether or not to follow the laws. However, we reap the rewards if we do and bear the consequences if we don't. You are in charge of your own choices. Not, when we're triggered and in the past, we're guided by our past. We're not in the present. When we are so far in the future that it causes anxiety, or let's just say if you're experiencing anxiety, it means you are too far in the future and you're not in the present. It's moment to moment to moment nowness. All that matters is right now. Okay. People often ask how much free will we will actually have and how much is inevitable. Your higher self makes certain decisions before you come to Earth. Your soul makes these choices based on the experiences you need for your progress. You may choose to be born to difficult parents because they embody the challenge your soul needs. While you might reject this as ludicrous, your soul views your life from a greater perspective. You may meet the person you will marry because you have karma to repay or because you have earned the right to happiness together. You may have a child who dies because your soul needs to experience loss. Your life may be totally disrupted at any age by unexpected events. These are pre-life decisions, which are inevitable. But you will have free will about how you handle each of those circumstances and can make decisions about everything else in your life. It is like buying a round the world ticket. There are certain stopovers and pre-booked flights that you agreed upon before you set off. What you do the rest of the time is up to you. As you follow the spiritual laws and raise your game, your mission here is revealed to you. When you have a vision of what you intend to accomplish during your journey on Earth, your clarity and purpose fill you with joy. We are prepared for the years coming or thereabout when there will be a mass awakening of human consciousness. And I believe that's right now. We did experience something in the year 2000 and 2012, and we've had some pivotal moments, but 2020, 2021, I got goosebumps. This is what we've been waiting for. There's a quantum leap is taking place. Once in every 10 million years, there is a moment of stillness, a moment of total silence in the universe. At that moment, change takes place that are beyond our comprehension. We have absolutely no concept of the enormity of what awaits us at that moment. In the entire history of the planet, there has never been an opportunity like this for spiritual growth. So your task is to prepare yourself and be ready to take the leap. Stop wandering around the maze of life in confusion and fear. It is time now to walk confidently and purposefully into a new arena. In this book, I am offering you a simple guide to take you from novice to top player. A little light on spiritual laws will enable you to master life. And I will leave you with this. Follow the spiritual laws, and you will create heaven on earth. Namaste.